Hey, what's up, traders? So we're running a contest every single month. We pick one winner who comments, likes, and to subscribe to my channel and comments on every video this month. We randomly pick a drawing, and hopefully it's you. Just be sure you like, comment, and are subscribed to this channel, and you'll get free access to our full training academy and everything it is have to offer. Good luck, peace, and enjoy the next video.
Hey, what's up, traders? Here we are. It's Sunday, and man, what a crazy weekend it's been. May 31st. Today's May 31st, 2020, and I hope you're staying safe out there. I was in Nashville, and there's some big protests. They like set the courthouse on fire, and I was happy to get out of town. I was re-looking for new places to move down there, and I'm like, man, God, there's chaos everywhere. So, you know. Anyway, but this is about trading. I'm always going to keep it trading. You know, my belief is the more that we can work and grow in ourselves and make our dreams come true. And there's a lot of people hijacking other people's beliefs and, you know, taking advantage of this situation to push their own agenda. So, you know, trading for me has given me something positive. It's literally changed my life, helped save me from drugs, alcohol, running the streets, and it's given me goals, something to focus on, something that I can always look to and better myself and become a part of. So like Sundays are a big day for me to, you know, make a game plan for the week. You know, because of this, I've been less looking at the news and less looking at everything that, you know, what's going on, the insanity out there, and I can get focused and be like, how can I at least go about this week to better my own life so I can still create that life that I want for myself. So remember, trading, it's important to know what's going on out there, but it's important not to believe every single thing that they're telling you. Trust me, their shit was getting crazy yesterday in Nashville where I was. But, you know, there's a lot of people instigating that, because I think the majority of us wants to just live happy lives, and we want justice. We want to live equally, but we don't want to blow stuff up, Molotov cocktails, and end up with an 8 p.m. curfew with military in the streets. Nobody wants that. So it's frustrating and infuriating, man. So, but the best thing I can do is do this video for you all today. Let's have a great week. Let's crush it. You know, I'm on your side. I want to see everybody in our group win. And if you're not in our group, I want to see you win. Click the link below to get started. Please give this video a like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we're going to pull through this, man, for sure. And I know for me, when times get tough, concentrating on the markets, even just marking up charts takes my top mind off of money troubles and insanity and all kinds of stuff. So I hope y'all are there with me. And I just updated Zoom, so it might look a little different, but hope y'all are there with me. I know people in my group are on the same page, and it's getting nuts out there. So here's silver. I just posted a great video analysis on the gold and silver market. This breakout we're still holding from last week, it looks very, very good. So the question is going to be is how are we going to open up on, you know, here in a couple hours because of all these protests. And so because of that, let's take a look at the indices, because I think that is where we could see the big turnaround. Maybe, you know, like this isn't good. It can't be good for the faith of the stock market and the future of what's going on in the United States. So we are we're definitely at a breaking point. So we have the 78.6% retracement here. We are moving upwards in an ascending wedge, which looks like we're potentially this could be the straw that broke the camel's back, that brought us some downside. So so we would get a bit of a dip here. And so if this were to happen, could create that last buying opportunity before we go to these all-time highs here. So that's the scenario. Who knows, though? This is the U.S. stock market, what we've been talking about. Despite 40 million people out of work, you know, it's still been pumping higher. So, but given everything going on, I think some downside looks like is in the cards. So how far we dip is the question. But one thing that I'm going to be trying to do is to buy this dip, because I think it's going to be the last dip before we re-challenge these all-time highs here. So that's the S&P 500. You can see it looks similar on NASDAQ, even though NASDAQ almost came to these all-time highs. So is this going to be the sell-off is the question. So something to watch very, very closely. You know, we're past our Fibonacci levels here, and we're really at the resistance. So this, sorry, I've got my allergies are going nuts out here, but so this would be the line in the sand I'd be looking to break. But so interesting enough, if you look at the daily RSI, we're either, you know, lost strength or we haven't quite got there yet, and we still got higher to go. But the 4 hour is looking pretty divergent here. So and people that are new to my trading style, if you haven't made it through the training yet, you know, I look at the way these equities and indices correlate to the overall markets, and based on that and based on political events and stuff, can decide whether or not we'll have some sort of risk on, which means more investors are bullish about the market and about the hopes of it moving higher. But with all the stuff going on now, it's going to be, we'll see what happens, right? So with the Dow here, though, and shout out to Twanza in the group. She just hit her anniversary of being in the group. Just shout out to you. I respect you so much, and I love your presence in the group, and you're a great trader. And watching you grow over the past year has been amazing. And she is the queen of the Dow. So I'll be curious to know if she's looking for a dip here. But these dips aren't going to last, I don't think. And eventually, you know, we're going to see moves higher. So I missed the opportunities to buy these dips down here. I didn't buy them. I thought we were going lower, and look at this huge rally going higher after that. So I do not want to miss out that opportunity again. So I'm going to be watching these indices very, very closely to see what happens. So now how does that translate to Forex? So a pair that we're already in as a group is US dollar yen here. And look, we had a huge rebound here, and huge rebound. Let's see if, and we just re-entered right at the end of the markets on Friday. And so I'm hoping that this is going to be one of those where we nail a gap lower from all the insanity that happened over the weekend, and can knock out some take profits here. Don't worry, it's Arnold Palmer. So no alcohol early in the morning. But US dollar yen looks good, and if we can break below this level here, then I think that's going to open the door for some serious downside. So across the board, now that, you know, I've established that based on everything going on, we could be seeing a dip in the equity markets, which could be bringing some significant risk off. And I think one to watch now, not just the yen, is the dollar, because the dollar's been directly, since the market crashed, directly correlated to risk. And so here we are on EURUSD. We went higher, I think, than pretty much anybody expected at the end of last week, to 111. And so the question is the flow going to go out of the more investor currencies like Nzd, AUD, and into yen, or are we going to go into the dollar here? So if we do go into dollar, though, if that's the case, we could see a big time move back down to this 108 level, and so thus start, you know, then we're back in this big range that we've been trading in. So watching the dollar here is going to be super significant. I think pound dollar is interesting because it didn't have nearly quite the breakout obviously that that euro did, and pretty much fell flat on its face. So if we gap lower below these trend levels here, then that's going to mean I would say some serious downside for the cable here. So it's going to be one to watch. Like cable and euro in terms of risk, it's like, you know, either they are on and they're full on risk on, or they're not quite a player at all. There's different ways you could draw this chart too. So if I did this, that would mean potential breakout. So I'm not going to rule that out as well. But the main thing is how does the market open up? Where are we at with risk? And then where do we go from there? Like, is this going to be sustainable or not? So one of my favorite trades, however, though, and loving this trade, is US dollar Swiss. So we're below this triangle here, and we're well into profit. And I think, you know, we could get some. Now, this is going to be interesting because if the dollar becomes this investment safe haven currency, then, you know, we could be, maybe we gap and move all the way back up here. That would be the worst thing in the world, because that would create a nice shorting opportunity for us to move lower. But with the franc also being a safe haven, I think this is going to be one to watch. And if we go out to our weekly chart, we can see that, man, if we start really breaking down here, it's going to be a big time breakdown. So dollar Swiss is big time on the radar. And let's take a look at a couple more yen pairs just to see where we're at, so we know, and we're prepared. Euro yen. Now look at this breakout here. So this was a breakout from last week, and the thing is, if we get this yen strength, which we very well could, then that's going to leave us with a false breakout here. And if you're in my VIP group and been around long enough to know, like, I love false breakouts. They're one of my favorite things to trade, and that could lead to a more serious breakdown here. So if we get rejected back into this area in euro yen, I'm going to be looking for some serious downside, and that's going to be a great entry and a great way to take advantage of the situation. Pound yen, not so much, but we caught some good pips in this in the VIP group, and you can see we are trading this breakout here. So we broke out from this level, and we're making our way towards this kind of cross resistance here. But now the question is, where do we open up with the yen? Are we gonna end up with a gap down here, or maybe we don't gap? If we don't, then I'm still gonna be looking pretty bullish on pound yen here, because if I remove that trend line, you know, this has a lot of room to run. So it looks like a great trade. So that being said, it's all about what's going to happen with risk when the market's open. So I really hope that makes sense. I know to the people in my group, it definitely should. Let's take a look at Nzd Jpy. You know, we are starting to we broke out of this level here. If we break back below it, however, then, you know, it's going to be pretty bearish, and I'm going to call that a false breakout. And trading those false breakouts can be very profitable. So for the sake of it, we looked at GJ, and I think CAD yen is another one to look, because we had a breakout here, and we're closing the gap. Now, are we gonna gap lower here is the question, and it's really the $1 million question. So it's going to be interesting. This market open's going to be huge. I really hope these protests and violence and stuff, you know, subsides. People are pissed and people are out of money, and this has become the perfect storm. But unfortunately, I think a lot of people are taking advantage of it to push their own agenda. So let's try to be smart. listen to our hearts, love one another. As cheesy as that sounds, but you know, I love all you guys and gals for getting on here, supporting me, and having the same vision of making a better life for ourselves by beating the market. So that being said, I have a bunch of messages to try to get back to, so I'm going to do that. And let's have an awesome trading week, everybody. Let's get it. Peace.